about his homeland, something that's going on there. We all know George Colella. This guy has volunteered for more people, wrote more funeral escorts for our servicemen than anybody that I know. Give George a welcome, will you please?
So everybody can see me. We all know how we have a constant battle here with the socialism. If you notice that the big mathematical questions, if you get a progressive and a socialist, you lose 25,000 jobs. That's what happened in New York. So it's terrible. So I don't know where she was worried about the $3 billion that they don't have in their hand because they were giving them a tax break. What I'm going to cover is socialism. I'm going to cover globalists, and I'm going to cover about the New World Order. This is all together. All right. The socialism, I have family in Italy, and they're pretty well off. One's a lawyer, another one's a doctor, another one's a biophysicist, and they make about 250,000 euros. Not dollars, but euros, which comes out to about $275,000. The price they make per month, well, if you divide it by 12, it comes out to 20,834 euros a month. The taxes they pay, which is 60% of that, which is 12,500 a month of tax. They take it right off the top before you even get the money. So, and it's like in Italy, it's a socialist, capitalist, confused Italians. I think they're smoking tomato plants. Anyway, but they do have free school. They do have free health care. They have free everything. But just for example, fuel, the gas, is $1.95 euros per liter. Okay? There's almost 4 liters into a gallon. It's 3.75. It comes out to almost $10 a gallon for gas. George Bush brought up Venezuela. For them to go to the bathroom, a roll of toilet paper is $10.95 a roll. This is how bad it's getting. And you got the morons around this country. In fact, Florida, you had 4.5 million people who were trying to vote for socialism. They were giving this thing to Gillum, which is under prosecution besides. And everybody likes how Governor DeSantis is doing. Great job. I have a picture on the page that he's like whispering in my ear, and he told me, watch tomorrow. That's what he said. So I was up in Tallahassee. There was a few people here up at the ball, the inauguration ball. And we saw him there, and then we decided to go to Tallahassee the next day. And guess what? He wasn't in the office. He went right to Mexico Beach to see the amount of damage that was there. And we rode up there. We fed people up there. It's a disaster. It's terrible. But Governor DeSantis has done a phenomenal job. Even the Democrats are so excited. Now, getting back to socialism, the hospital, free medical. CAT scan. Guess what the waiting period for a CAT scan is? 3 months. 3 to 4 months. So if you think you got something wrong with you, you're on the waiting list. Heart surgery, same thing, depends on your age. If you go 75, we'll put you on this waiting list. So if you die, you missed the number. The biggest thing that, and this is all combined with the globalist and New World Order. Now, the European Union was started in 1993, and what they did is they took fools of everybody, the 31 countries, and made one currency, which is the euro, right? And this was the start of the New World Order with the globalists. Now what happens is they were trying, like Italy had liras, they changed it to euro. So, and they lost a lot of money on their economy. I spoke to my nephews, believe it or not. They don't like Trump, all right? But the older people, I took a ride to Ron DeSantis' hometown up in Italy. I went up in the mountains where they had earthquakes and stuff. But I did the big sacrifice for my governor. And I spoke to the mayor there, and they're crazy about Trump. the majority of people are unbelievable about Trump. The older generation. The younger ones are, and I told my nephew, he went to China to study, and he came back, and I met him because I was there. He came to visit. And I said to him, I said, why don't you come to America? Because he's heavy in technology, and he turns around, he says, no, I'm going back to China. I said, come to America. I said, Trump's saying that they're stealing all our technology. And that's exactly what he said. That's what Trump says. You know, this is how they're, and even our kids today in school here are getting indoctrinated. They're not getting educated, but Governor DeSantis is changing it. I have an announcement before I forget. Let me put my racist hat on. I can't. Yeah. If you want to piss off the liberals, you want to make them cry, there's 10 things I posted, which I think is pretty good. You have 1 is God, 2 is prayer, 3 is President Trump. I was going to make President Trump #1, but that would be racist. So 4 is the Pledge of Allegiance, 5 criticize Obama, 6 the Constitution, 7 the American flag, 8 capitalism, 9 is Fox News. But what's his name? Chris Wallace is starting to become a precinct. I thought it was only me. I record all of them. Now, the reason why I'm in Facebook jail again is because I'm George Colella on that side, but I got 9 more days. 9 more days, I think. Right? Yeah. 9 more days. I'm under George Colella now. But because there was a guy, I don't know if everybody watched the news, there was a guy called Hakeem Jeffries, and he said that on Martin Luther King Day, he made an announcement that there's the Grand Wizard of the KKK in the White House, and he was talking about President Trump. So me, the way I am, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I said, I typed up, and I put my favorite, I have a picture with a Jihad Welcome Committee with the skull. I have it on my own here. And 2 AR-15s, of course, so I went to jail. So, NATO. Everybody remembers the flight that Trump canceled? Do I got time here? All right. She was on her way to Brussels. You know what's at Brussels? George, what's at Brussels? What headquarters at Brussels? NATO. She was going to go there.
And bad nose.
Yes, she was going to go there and help. Now everybody knows that there's a coup against the president and all this stuff. You got to pay attention and watch all the systems that are happening. Let me take this out. I got this one here for, remember what Trump said? Don't sit yet, go like this. I got that out. Remember when he said that to, when all the Democrats stood up in the White House? All right, NATO. And this is what Trump got pissed off about when he went there to talk. United States gives them $686 billion, which is 71%. United Kingdom gives them $55 billion. France, $46 billion, and Germany, $45. Now, and that's what Trump is doing. You have to understand this is all about the globalists and the New World Order, and it goes back as far as Bush, Clinton. I know there's a thing going around that Muslims aren't supposed to be in office, but the law was changed in 1992, I believe, between Clinton and everything else, but that's another story. All right. The other thing I want to say, that child trafficking, this is why they don't want the wall finished, okay? Child trafficking is a $32 billion industry. Is everybody sitting down? I don't see anybody standing up. So, but this is the bulls. This is what they have of the drug cartel. I have a beautiful picture here. I'm sorry. I like. There's a picture here everybody can see. It's on my page too. There's Nancy Pelosi, right? There's Burroughs O'Rourke in the background. This is what's done in 2016. And there's a congressman from Texas and the president of Mexico. The cartel, the drug cartel, gave the Mexican president $100 million, not the American president, but gave them, the president of Mexico, $100 million. $10 million went to Berto's campaign when he was running against Cruz. That's fact. I have a copy of the letter that Trump sent to Nancy. Too bad. You lost your flight. And this is the picture I put up, Air Force One with a set of blue things on the bottom. I don't want to say the word. But this is what our president has, which is a fighter. And if these morons...
This is why you're in Facebook jail, George. See the things you do here? You're in Facebook jail. I couldn't even bail you out.
Forgive me about my accent, but it's for rookie. So I don't hold back. For some reason, I just can't help myself. Now, these morons that we have, that Nancy made again, that the comment about, well, we'll go through a state of emergency, take everybody's guns away, which I like to see that. There are 21.8 million armed force veterans in the United States. Over 14 million of them can walk into combat tomorrow. So they ain't gonna do shit. It ain't gonna happen. They'll have a beautiful Soviet Union. But you have to pay attention to what's going on in the news. There was an admiral, I posted, I didn't bring the pictures in my box. But there was an admiral on 11/17/2016. I got his name on there. And he turned around and whispered into Trump's ear about they were trying to take him down. There were two attempts on Trump's life. They caught a guy in Georgia that he was going to do something in Washington. But there's a lot of information. There's no false flag or nothing like that. This is all true. We have to be very careful. And you got these people. I mean, there's a guy, George Snow, he was down in Naples just yesterday with the mic on and everything else, and they're protesting about the wall. They have no idea what's going on. You agree with a $36 billion child trafficking? And the United States is the biggest culprit. Not the other countries, the United States. What they do to these kids is unbelievable. There's a movie out on Amazon, it's called Operation something, I can't remember, but I should have wrote it down. But it's amazing. Haiti, right? Clinton helped out Haiti, all the money.
Wasn't that terrible? Terrible.
Ain't happening. They go to these buildings, the schools where they have foster children. They pay them $10,000 to take them out and sell them as slaves and as prostitutes. And they have boats around that there's guys that want to have sex with young children. So it's very important to pay attention what these morons are trying to do to this country. And we have to be, and I hate to talk, they're like Stevie Wonder, these liberals. It's like unbelievable. But like I said, you see what they cause, and they give this girl, I call her AOC. Well, yeah. It's like a disease, AOC. It's like a sickness.
A lot of people are getting it too, man. 47% of the country,
so,
they got AOC.
Yeah, so we have to be very careful. The most important thing, the elections, the Trump, I was down Broward County about that woman down here, Spikes. There was a total of 1,400,000 votes in Broward County. 355,000 were Democrats, registered Democrats, 279 were Republicans, and non-party affiliate, which is an independent, was 385. They were short 300,000 votes. So, okay.
All right, everybody give George a lot of applause, man. All the news across the nation, George has got the information, doesn't he? I'll tell you what, he's more important than the people on Fox. Anyway, we got to move along because we're running out of time. They're going to throw us out of here because Antonio's going to sing tonight, I think, again when he's done.